Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike, also known as the Viking, and today's devotion is the cure for peer pressure. We have heard with our ears, O God, our Father, have told us the deeds you did in their days, in days of old. Psalm 44:1. A reporter interviewing a 104-year-old woman asked, "What is the best thing about being 104?" She simply replied, "No peer pressure." This may bring a smile because there is so much truth in it. As the old grow older, we are more likely to forget what it was to be young and impressionable. In my days, boys felt the peer pressure to smoke. Later generations felt strong pressure to experience with drugs and sex because the Word of God has been absent from our public school system for decades, and because families have virtually stopped attending church altogether. There are only shades of godly influence that instruct them to live moral lives in reverence God. That is where we come in. What a privilege we have to prepare the way for those who are watching. To us, our experiences are old news. To the young, it is information they have never heard and considered. The Bible instructs generations to pass on what has been learned. With whom can you share what you've learned along life's way? Now, peer pressure has always been around as long as I can even recall, so I know the generations before me had to go through it. I know my generation did, especially on the school buses, and when we got off the school buses, on the weekends when they would keep trying to push drinks in your hand or spark up a joint and try to hand it to you, or even smoking was a big one then. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't fall into any of the peer pressure, because I was one of the type that always wanted to try to fit in with everybody and try to get along with everybody, so I did a lot of things I wish I never did. Smoke, spark up a joint, drink, sleep around. I used to do all of that too, and it's not a path I recommend anyone follow. I am actually glad Christ came into my life and has led me through so much. And there are still some things I do battle with. We all do, as long as we're in the flesh. But a lot of the stuff that I was pressured into doing when I was younger, I can honestly say I have turned away from it all. Now, I do still have one really bad habit, on top of course, my caffeine intake, because I do love my coffee, and I do still smoke, and I am really wanting to quit. And I figure the day will come like it did when I quit drinking, quit porn and sex, and everything else. So I request, please pray that I can walk away from tobacco as well, and try to live 100% completely with nothing in my way stopping me from giving 100% to God. I love you all. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. And keep strong whenever peer pressure hits. Much love to each and every one of you.